What happens when two powerful voices clash in the most uncomfortable television moment of the year? What you're about to see is the exact second everything fell apart between Teddy Swims and Kelly Clarkson, leading to one of the most talked-about walk-offs in daytime TV history. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment because this story only gets more intense. The studio lights were blazing as Kelly Clarkson settled into her familiar chair, her bright smile ready for another easy conversation. Across from her, Teddy Swims shifted slightly on the soft couch, his tattooed fingers fidgeting with the microphone clipped to his shirt. The audience buzzed with excitement, unaware they were about to witness something unforgettable. "So, Teddy," Kelly began warmly, the charm in her voice instantly filling the room, "your rise to fame has been amazing, from singing covers, in your bedroom to selling out arenas. It's like a modern fairy tale." Teddy's jaw tightened slightly, though his smile stayed fixed. "I appreciate that, Kelly, but I wouldn't call it a fairy tale. There's been a lot of hard work, rejection, and people who didn't believe in me." "Of course," Kelly said quickly. "But that's what makes it inspiring. You went from being an unknown to getting millions of views almost overnight. It must feel great to finally get the recognition you deserve." The word "finally" seemed to hang in the air. Teddy's smile faltered before he replied, "I've been doing this for over 10 years, Kelly. It wasn't overnight, and it wasn't about getting recognition. It was about staying true to my art whether people noticed or not." Kelly laughed lightly, but it sounded forced. Right. But you have to admit social media changed everything. Without TikTok or Instagram, would people even know who Teddy Swims is? The question hit hard. Teddy's posture straightened, and the calm mask he wore began to slip. "Are you saying my success is because of social media algorithms?" "No, not at all," Kelly said, though her tone hinted otherwise. "I just mean social media gave you a chance that maybe traditional routes didn't. The industry can be tough for artists who don't fit the usual mold." "What mold is that exactly?" Teddy asked, his voice lowering dangerously. Kelly smiled, oblivious to the tension building. "You know, the tattooed, bearded, soulful vibe. It's really trendy right now, very authentic, even if it's somewhat curated for social media." The crowd felt the energy shift. The laughter and chatter faded into uneasy silence. "Carefully crafted," Teddy repeated quietly, each word heavy. "Kelly, these tattoos aren't marketing. This beard isn't branding. This is who I've always been, long before anyone cared about authenticity." Kelly's smile grew stiff. "Of course, Teddy. I didn't mean that. I just think our viewers would love to know how you keep that connection with fans while handling sudden fame." "Sudden fame," Teddy said, shaking his head. "You make it sound like I just appeared out of nowhere with a guitar. Do you know how many tiny bars I played? How many times I was told my voice was too soulful for country or too R&B for rock? I'm sure it was hard," Kelly replied quickly, trying to move on. "Speaking of your voice, let's talk about your new album. The production is so polished compared to your early work. It must be nice working with real professionals." That was the final spark. Teddy's eyes darkened. "A real team of professionals, as opposed to what, Kelly? The fake ones I worked with before?" Kelly flinched. "I just meant that professional studios and producers must have elevated your sound. There's nothing wrong with getting help to reach your potential." "Help to reach my potential?" Teddy repeated, frustration dripping from his tone. "When you won American Idol, did people say Simon Cowell helped you reach your potential, or did they admit you already had it?" The question threw Kelly off. "That's different," she said. "Idol is designed to find existing talent." "And what do you think I was doing in those bars playing hide and seek?" Teddy snapped. "I was showing my talent to anyone who'd listened for years before any algorithm or fairy tale moment you want to push." Kelly tried to recover her composure. "Teddy, I think there's been a misunderstanding. I have nothing but respect for your journey." "No, Kelly," Teddy interrupted. "You brought me here to turn my story into some feel-good piece about social media fame without bothering to understand it." The studio froze. Cameras rolled in tense silence. Kelly looked shaken, but she pressed on. Maybe our viewers would like to hear about your creative process, how you choose songs to record. Teddy laughed humorlessly. My creative process? It's taking rejection, pain, and turning it into something beautiful. It's being real in a world that sells fake authenticity. Kelly's face was flushed now. Teddy, I think you're taking my questions the wrong way. Am I? He leaned forward. Because it sounds like you think I'm a product of luck algorithms and industry help, like someone who looks like me couldn't have something real to offer. The crowd was silent. Kelly's mask slipped slightly. Teddy, that's unfair. I've supported all kinds of artists. Supportive? Teddy said incredulously. You've called my rise accidental, my authenticity fake, my early work amateur, and my success dependent on others. If that's support, I'd hate to see what disrespect looks like. The audience held its breath. Phones were out, recording what felt historic. Kelly's tone sharpened. If you can't handle tough questions, maybe you're not ready for this level of media attention. The words hit like a grenade. Teddy's eyes widened. Not ready for media attention? Because I won't let you. Minimize my story? Kelly's face went pale, realizing too late what she'd said. I think successful artists should handle different perspectives. Tough questions? Teddy stood up, towering over her. You haven't asked tough questions. You've been trying to rewrite my story to make it fit your idea of what success looks like. Kelly stayed seated, stiff. I'm helping viewers understand your journey. Or helping yourself understand how someone like me could succeed without your system. Teddy shot back. The accusation stunned the room. Kelly's voice shook. I've always made artists feel welcome. Teddy turned sharply. You've made it clear you think my success isn't real, my authenticity is fake, and my talent needs validation. That's not welcome. It's disrespect. Kelly stood, defensive now. You're twisting my words. Am I? Teddy said, gesturing toward the audience, many of whom nodded. Because I think everyone heard exactly what you said. Kelly's eyes darted helplessly to her producers, but no one moved. This is my show, Teddy, she said tightly. If you can't see I've been supportive, maybe you should reconsider being here. Teddy stared at her for a long beat, breathing heavily. Maybe I should. Don't be dramatic, Kelly pleaded. We can fix this. There's nothing to fix, Teddy replied, unclipping his mic. You don't respect me or what I've built. That's not true, Kelly said, her voice cracking. I brought you here because I believe in your talent. Teddy paused, eyes tired. No, Kelly. You brought me here because I'm trending. Don't confuse clicks with belief. That's not fair, she cried. My story? Teddy said bitterly. You never asked about my music, my fans, or my struggles. You just wanted to fit me into your neat little story. Kelly's voice trembled. I've always supported artists from all backgrounds. Backgrounds, Teddy repeated coldly. You've made it clear you don't think mine counts. Every question was about explaining away my success, not celebrating it. Kelly looked ready to cry. You're overreacting. There's nothing casual about this, Teddy said firmly. This wasn't an interview. It was an interrogation. The room was silent. Then Kelly, desperate, blurted, Maybe this attitude is why people in the industry hesitated to work with you. Gasps filled the studio. Teddy froze. There it is, he said quietly. The real Kelly Clarkson. Teddy, that's not what I meant. Yes, it is, he said. You think my refusal to play along proves them right? You think I'm the problem because I won't let you distort my story. Kelly's voice was barely audible. That's not true. Isn't it? Teddy said, eyes fixed on her. You just validated every gatekeeper who said I didn't fit, every person who told me I wasn't good enough. He looked down at his mic, then set it gently on the table. You know what hurts most? I respected you. I thought you'd understand what it's like to be doubted, but you're just another insider who can't see past your own comfort zone. Teddy, please, Kelly begged. Let me fix this. You can't unmake what you said. Teddy replied softly. Now I know exactly who you are. He stood, calm now. I came here thinking I'd talk to someone who understood struggle. Instead, I got someone who sees my story as a gimmick. Don't leave like this, Kelly pleaded. This show reaches millions. I'd rather reach no one, Teddy said, turning toward the exit, than reach millions through someone who doesn't respect what I've built. With that, he walked off stage. Kelly stood frozen, staring after him, her face a mix of shock and regret. The cameras kept rolling. The audience didn't know whether to clap or stay silent. As Teddy disappeared backstage, the weight of what happened settled over everyone. This wasn't just a walk-off. It was a moment that would be replayed and debated for years. And it all began with what Kelly thought would be a simple interview. Was Teddy right to walk off, or should he have stayed? Share your thoughts in the comments and make sure to subscribe for more stories about what really happens when the cameras are rolling.